watching a it's got like this reversal pivot type look to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like if we go to the hourly chart.
Well, before you go there, let me just introduce everybody. Hey guys, this is Tim and Jesse with Option Legacy. This is our live trading room, and it's literally us just hanging out, looking for some trades, going over some charts, looking to make some money. So, in the comments, you can comment and let us know that you're here, because otherwise we just see that someone's watching. We don't know who you are. So let us know who you're here, and then if you're looking... There's market open. If you're looking for at any trade, let us know. We will go over it as well. So that's what I got. So it's not going to be anything formal. You'll just see what we do on a normal basis. So Jesse was talking about what his assumption is for the overall market. He was talking about looking at weekly charts, and from there, Jesse, you can take it back.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't even know we were live. I didn't even know.
I snuck it in on you.
I was like, what, on YouTube? I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so yeah, this SPY mainly, it's been kind of, it's interesting because all these indicators are just kind of out of whack right now. So even regular technical indicators are kind of out. But I mean, the futures are down. We're talking the E-mini S&P future /ES. We're down 13, and it just opened. So we'll see. Dow is down, Russell's down, Nasdaq is down. They're all pretty much down. The only thing up really is notes and bonds. So flight to quality possibly. Crude oil's up a little bit. So yeah, crude oil's been having this weird week too.
Yeah. Weird week, that's an understatement, man, but yeah.
Yeah, so I actually have XOP, which is an ETF that kind of follows gas and oil on my radar, but I don't think that this is like over for oil.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Yeah, I feel like oil's got some room to go. Just personally, I'm gonna not touch it until it gets back into some good trading ranges. But right now, everything I'm looking at is showing either sell here or wait to buy. So kind of.
Ooh, I got some notifications.
Uh-oh.
On, you know how I set notifications for Thinkorswim. We
Yeah,
had
I know, I'm jealous. Don't worry.
Jesse and I had a conversation yesterday because he was saying that notifications don't work for him on Thinkorswim or Tastyworks, and those are his two broker platforms that he has access to. Have you tried TradingView? I know you don't use it very often, but
TradingView, I'm not a fan of. Maybe if I use the app, but I'm not a fan of web-based charts on TradingView because they're so slow.
yeah.
That's kind of my biggest pet peeve. Like it's just too slow to load a chart. So I'd rather just use something like StockCharts.com or something, that's a little more quick to load.
There's does Stock Charts have that's me adjusting the notifications for Benzinga. Does Stock Charts have alerts?
So if you're a paid member, it does. I am not a paid member. I just.
Are you a paid member to anything?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a paid member to Tastyworks.
I'm a paid member to Shut Your Mouth. No,
I paid them so many commissions this year, it's ridiculous.
Well, hey, I've got a few. Shut up. That's hilarious. I've got a few charts I want to look at. I'm also going to give you access to who can share all participants. How do I give you access to click on my screen?
I think you just have to let me control it. Let's see here.
Remote control. Here we go, baby. Auto accept all request. Kada. So here's CAG. So I saw this yesterday, but so let's see.
What, what?
Um, so CAG just triggered. I want to look at. So look, my two positions are up. Woohoo! Yeah, so it's continuing down. So it's in this sideways channel. It's continuing down. I don't know. I'm gonna look at some other ones. Let's see what's the other alerts. Actually, I'm just gonna pull them off my phone because it's easier. I have about wow, I have 12 of them. Let's look at Cisco. Do you have any alerts triggering?
No, I have one set. Remember in Apple we talked yesterday about. I'm still waiting for Apple to kind of pop. It's getting there.
Yeah, it's the only one that's up right now. It's up 1.2% right now.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. So Cisco popped up, has this big wick to the upside, and then
Oh, look at Apple just triggered. Sweet, man.
oops, that's not it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. So it came down here. It's sitting down at a resistance, and then RSI is popping up. Whew. I have to cough, and I don't want to cough all up in. Um, I think maybe I got it for the non-stream, but let's see. Okay, so Cisco had CAG, Dollar General. Let's look at that one. Dollar General for is at or below. So I think this thing could come down to here, 109. It's got an IV rank of 70. Let's look for the next one. So I don't want to look at XLV, just triggered for me, saying one below. So you're looking at XLV for a potential bullish play, is that right?
Yes, I'm waiting for it to kind of pop here.
So what price point are you looking for?
Let me see here. I'm actually putting something on in SQ, so give me a second.
Okay.
Alright, price point. I'm waiting for stochastics to tick up a hair before I put anything on. So I'm thinking it's going to be the close of yesterday's daily bar. I'm waiting for it to get to about, let me pull it up, 90.32. I'm going to wait. So I'm just holding on that one, but I'm just keeping an eye on that. I have an alert set. Not that it's going to work, but, I have one set.
And it's sitting right at 89 and some change.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting. I'm actually, SQ is looking mighty fine, so I'm going to put a couple things on there.
So what are you seeing in SQ?
So SQ, I'm bullish. Look at that tiny little bar, dude, that we just opened. I'm looking, I'm thinking you have, what are your trend lines? I don't know what yours are.
These, that's the 50 simple and the 10 simple.
Oh, the 10 simple. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to. I'm getting in early a little bit. I'm actually putting on just a couple contracts, nothing big, until it passes the 10-day, and then I'll lever in until it hits up to that 50.
So this looks like a bearish flag, right? So it's got this long dip here, and then this consolidations with a wedge pattern, but it's not breaking out. So interesting to see. That's what's cool about trading, is that anyone can have.
Go to your daily. I mean, not to your daily, but if you go to your hourly.
Yeah.
Check out this hourly chart, dude. 1 hour. 1 hour.
1 hour. 1 hour.
Yeah. See, it's got some strength coming up, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm looking at
Yeah, and yeah, okay, okay. Well, wish you all the luck there. I'm not sold on it yet. I want to see a little bit of confirmation, but that's what we get to do. So I'm going through my alerts. I'm trying to get through them because I have a crap ton. I almost just cursed. A crap ton of them. This looks like a flag, and it looks like it could be breaking out to the bottom side. So there's a long pull, and then some consolidation, and then it gaps down. I'm gonna watch this thing again, 62.72. I'm gonna set an alert, maybe later on today, LNC. If it goes below 62.72, I'll create that. I'll look for it. 62.72. 62.72. We have someone that's joined us. Go ahead and put in the comment section who you are, where you're watching from, and if you're looking at any charts. Ooh, there we go. That's money. Well, Jesse just got peeled. Good, good. Field. Do you hear that accent coming out? KMX. Let's go look at that. Excuse me. Whew. Hey guys, how's it going? We're looking at some charts. It's Jesse and I. Just going through our daily routine. So KMX, I like this thing. Ooh, getting some more action. That looks real nice. KMX. Yeah. This can go down to 57. Supports back here at like 58-ish. If it will go 59, it's at 62. Its IV is huge though. When is its earnings is coming up? So there's not any open interest on either for the monthly. So I bet you there's not enough open interest here. It looks good from a technical standpoint. I like it that you see this large red body, two small bodies, and another large red body. That's what's called a falling 3 pattern. It's also a continuation pattern to the downside. And then we have that little doji that could become another body. And then its next support is down here right around like 59.60, we'll call it. So that's, a $2-3 move that you could capture. However, its IV's huge. It's just past the 50, so not looking good for a long position. Could do maybe a credit spread, but there's not enough open interest, in my opinion, to be able to make something happen. So pass on that, but it does look sexy from a charting standpoint. Ooh, Alan, hey, what's up, man? It's Alan. Alan's in the house. Alan, are you looking at any tickers? We're just kind of going through our list here and looking for some trades. WBA. So this one, interesting. So it triggered because it was below, but it gapped down from yesterday. Gapped all the way down, but it shot up. But it's got a long wick to the upside. Not enough for me to say that this is something that looks like a solid entry. But that's why I set alerts. I set alerts all the time just to force me to come back and look to see if there's any opportunity. Now here's Bank of America. So Jesse, tell me about this. What's your synopsis on the financial sector right now? Go for it.
Both. Okay, so I have in the financial sector. I'm not looking at the ETF. I'm looking at the major banks. Besides Wells Fargo, but Goldman Sachs has gotten beaten up. JP Morgan have all been beaten up. Look at these long wicks that you're showing here.
Yeah.
These are all. Visa, Citibank. Citibank recently just got downgraded. Not that I really pay attention to downgrades or upgrades very much, but Citibank can't even carry the debt load that they have acquired. So it's like ridiculous. Like funding a loan from them is going to be pretty difficult on there because they have such a poor bank rating now. So it's just kind of they're all just getting beaten up, which is interesting because we just raised rates,
Right,
and
which
means when the interest rates get raised, when they lend money, they make more money on every dollar that they lend, and so you'd think that'd be a good thing for them because now they're making better interest on the dollars that they're
Right.
giving out. But they're still underperforming hard. You know, if
Yeah.
anything, I'm shorting them. I'm not going to go long on them yet.
I'm thinking maybe we're gonna see like a rolling bear trend here, where we see this down and then it could retrace back to this 50-day somewhere maybe around here, and then at that point we would want to see. But overall, right now this is looking like a downward move. So there's a saying that trend is your friend. This is just Bank of America, by the way. We pulled up, J.P. Morgan. They all look like this. Ooh, Jesse just sent out his Susie trade alert to all of our trade alert subscribers, in what he put on in SQ. So for me, I think that we could come back to this 50. I think that there could be some bullish movement here, upward. I want to see it come back to the 50 and close above it. At that point, it could be something like this. Yeah, this is a great example how it came down, hit the 50. I think we're in this point right here where it's hitting the 50, it's come down, and then we're about to hit the 50 again. Can we close above that?
I don't know. I mean, see that the curve on that tail there from the last 3-day bars? Like, you have that reverse hammer, that long doji down, and then you have this, like, weird pattern. I don't know what the first doji of today's little bar, I don't even know what that is, but it's snaking downwards. It's to me that trend is down. There's too much resistance on that 50-day.
Yeah.
It barely, it didn't even touch on its peak back in like October. Like, it barely touched.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
We'll see. So for me, there's not enough here to say, hey, let's enter into a bullish play. I'm waiting for it to close above that 50. So hey, have you looked at Walmart today?
Yeah, so I've been keeping an eye on that bad boy because that's my next one. Still waiting for some confirmation. I want it to go. So we're down today, so I'm not gonna jump in. I want Walmart to go above that 10-day. That's my. Yeah. You looking for EMA?
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, I am. Exponential moving average, yeah. I want to add on the 20. Here we go. 20, and I like it to be green. A little practical tip, I think you should always have your indicators the same color every time. That way, no matter what chart you're looking at, you can just quickly say, hey, this is what it is.
Yeah, so I'm actually waiting for a breakout on Walmart. I want Walmart to close above your 10-day.
Jesse, is this a cup and handle?
I don't even know what that means.
So we talked about it. Well, this is exactly what it would be. So a cup and handle pattern is kind of this sloping bowl, kind of like this that we're seeing. And then it's this sharp down trot. And then once it moves up, it normally moves up quickly, and it creates what's called the handle. So this is like the cup, and then this is the downward move of the handle. And then once it moves upward, that would be a cup and handle.
Yeah, I'm looking around the 103 mark. So once Walmart kind of breaks out, then I'll probably lever in and then jump out quickly. That's a like a daily trade almost. I'm just gonna wait for it and jump out once it gets above that high.
What's interesting is that it gapped up, but then it's moved down since it's
we're
opened.
down already $1. I mean, there's a lot of sellers today.
So let's see if I can't pull up the international markets. I use CNN pre-market, and you can see here, normally Europe can lead us in the U.S. economy, not all the time, but if someone is going to lead us, it can be Europe, and they're down just a half point. And look, we're kind of mirroring that. And then Asia, normally U.S. and Europe lead Asia. They had mixed signals. China was down, China was up, Japan was down slightly. So I think there's some Brexit news going on. over in Europe, and I wouldn't be surprised if that creates volatility.
Oh, look at the currency though. Go down. It's weird because the pound. Look at it's already. I mean, it's up.
Yeah, it's up hecka. It is. So it could be. Well, I mean that's got to be driven by the Brexit news. So that just must mean that there's some good news going on in the Brexit.
Well, look at 6p. Hold on, I'm gonna do forward slash 6p.
I want to get away, fly away.
Is it 6p? What is it? Currencies. Come on now.
So let's see if we can't pull up. So this is what you're looking at now. This is Benzinga.
Oh, it's B, 6B. B as a boy. That's the British pound future. Yeah, it's, I don't know. The futures are negative by like 0.2%.
It's not pulling up on the chart. 6B. I don't ever.
6B as a boy.
Do I have to do like a dash or a slash in front of it?
Yeah, slash 6B.
Yeah, that's not
There
confusing.
you go. So that's the British pound future there. That's the UK pound that you were looking up at on your Money CNN site.
Yeah. I don't normally look at futures like actual charts. Or excuse me. These are futures? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm looking for some Brexit news. Forecast sterling crossfire liquid. Euro rally ruined by RIB. Euro suffers from Brexit blues. Pressure. Place. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything. I mean, Prime Minister May's political spokesman on the wire via.
I'm not seeing nothing.
Yeah, there's not enough here right now to say. At 3:30 there was some action going on. Yeah. Anyways, remember whenever they announced. Oh, what was it? There was some huge news. Was it that they announced that they were stepping in with the Oh no, it's whenever they announced that they were stepping out, like a year and a half ago or whatever. It created a ton of volatility. I think the markets dropped like 4% or something that day. And so, anyways, so it should create some kind of news, but I'm not seeing any as of yet. Let's see. I have to go back. We were in this trade yesterday. It made us 590% return on investment. So we entered in here on the 9th, Friday. It hit the top of the channel. We entered in with a weekly put, long put. Monday, just boom. It was like a $1,400 day or something like that, $2,000 day. And then we had this small little doji body, and then yesterday it drops another like 3.5%. And you know what's interesting, Jesse, is I got out of this thing. Let's go look at my activity. TRV. I got out of this thing yesterday at 11:11, and let's go look at the daily chart. I got is like right on the money, right on the money. We'll go to a 1 minute.
1 hour.
No, I'm gonna go to the 1 minute. So this is yesterday's chart. Its low is right here, right in this point.
Nice.
And I literally got out at 11:11 a.m. So activity was 11:11. This thing got filled. It wasn't by purpose. I did it. I just saw that it dropped. I was looking for it to hit 125, and then I was out having cigars with some pals, and I saw that it went down to 122 and some change. I was like, holy smokes, that's way below 125. Let's exit. I exit out at 11:11 right here, and it was literally the bottom of the day. It was just as good as it could have been.
Nice.
Yeah. So you got in 10 to SQ. Cool. I'm going to look over, well, let's fix the chart first. I'm going to look over these Benzinga alerts. What are you looking at right now?
Amazon's my next order of business. I'm waiting.
Really?
Yeah. I'm waiting for a slow stochastic indicator that I use to pop up above the 20.
Yeah.
And then I will look at it.
So
but
let's.
right now, it's just, it's just having a heck of a day. It's down 20. So, I mean, percentage-wise, it's marginal. I mean, it's a $1,500 underlying. So,
Yeah.
28 points is really nothing.
So you're waiting for stochastics to come up above. You said the 20 line.
Yeah. So
that the green line.
Yeah. Let me see what yours are set to. Yeah, your stochastics are set to 10 and 10 on your full stochastics.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are set to, it's a slow stochastic, and it's a 5K and a 1D.
5K 1D.
So yeah, so it's a slow, not a full or fast.
Well, I'm not gonna adjust all that.
Stochastics full. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta go to slow.
You gotta go to slow. Stochastics. So I'm gonna put them both on the screen just so we can look at the difference of them.
Go to slow, bottom, very bottom.
Add selected. And you are saying your K line is what?
5.
And your D is?
1.
Ooh. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Okay. Apply that stuff. I'm gonna have to take off something. Average true range. Just take that off. Because it won't all fit on the screen, Jesse. What? Is that how it looks to you?
Yep. So once that line goes above the 20,
Yep.
I'm gonna jump in.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's more simple than this. This looks a little cray-cray. You're like, what are you doing? I just like that it's purple.
You can change that slow stochastic color,
Oh, I know I could. But this is yours. I don't use this. I normally use full and fast stochastics, and then MACD RSI. But look at this from a technical standpoint. The chart pattern is forming a W pattern, which we know. So you see this, it's coming down, boom. It's got a head here, and then it's coming down. If it moves up and clears this head, that's called a W pattern, and W stands for winning. Yeah. So
that's why I mean, it's on my radar. I have a list, watch list going right now of about, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 underlyings that have just kind of. They're all bullish plays because we're all beaten up, and it's kind of just and they're all quick. They're not going to be anything fast, but yeah, I got Walmart, Apple, Salesforce, Amazon, Square. There's some pharmaceuticals that I'm looking at. One is Tandem Diabetics, TNDM, Endo International, and Viking Therapeutics.
What's the ticker for Viking?
VKTX.
I think that came up on my indicator. So
yeah,
you're looking.
See how that slow stochastics
Beep.
is tipping up?
Beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep,
Once
beep.
that gets over 20, I'll probably go in on this.
And I like, I think this. I like this better than Amazon actually.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon might come to this point, but it's obviously flat. What I like about this is there's not a ton of movement. I wish I could pull back on the average true range. Not a ton of movement, all these tiny little candle bodies, so you're going to sit in this thing for probably a few weeks.
Right. This would be more of a, let me see, what's the, there's not even an IVR on it, IV rank, so if anything, it might just be like a stock position, which I'm not even worried about.
What is it? VKTX.
Yeah, see? And it's an $11 underlying. It's just a low cost underlying in a margin account. basically double your buying power with that.
So let's do a little back test on this guy right here, where it was under the 20 and then it came above, and then you would ride it up until it starts dropping down. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you would enter in on this day, 10/12, and you'd ride it up to, we'll say 10/18. So that's only a few days.
Yeah, these are all quick. Yep.
10/12 to 28, 10/12. So what I'm doing now is a back test. It's called Think Back, Think or Swim. It's awesome. I can't tell you how many times I've used this thing. So what it allows you to do is you pull up your ticker. You can put in a date. It'll pull up the option chain as if you're on that date. Would you go with a weekly or monthly option? Or would you go, yeah, how many days?
I'd go with a 7-dayer if I was to jump in.
Yeah. A 7-dayer? Okay, let's do it. Interesting. You going out of the money, at the money?
At the money.
At the money? At the money? I always like to just keep look for $500 invested. That's just simple. That's what I normally trade with. And so I just always do that. So we said to the 18th. Boom, 655. Ouch! Let's go. Let's pull it back one day.
Well, it would have expired. Yeah, it would have expired on the 19th. On the close. It's kind of unusual there. I don't know if I trust that. Go to the day before.
Yeah, that's what I did. So it was a $69 there. Which, let's see, $69 divided by 400 would still be a 17% gainer. And this thing is so tiny. Even, let's say, if you did exit on the 18th, okay, you lost, $6 in your commissions.
Yeah, you'd have to get out. Yeah, these would have to be early. I mean, none of these are just kind of letting go until they expire, only because if it's out of the money, then it's worthless. So as soon as you get that gain, you got to be quick. So normally when I put on an option like that, if it's up $50 and I know it's a low price underlying, I'm gonna get out. Take my money and run.
Take your money and run. Do you think Redfin doesn't have IV, or it's not pulling up?
Let me see, RDFN.
Yeah, try it on your side, because this is looking sassy for a bearish play here.
Yeah, I don't have anything on that guy.
Soon enough open interest, there is. It's a huge bid-ask spread there, though.
20 cents. That's 2 dimes.
45 cents, man. 20 to 65.
No, I'm looking at the 14 strike. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a 35 delta, though. I don't know, man. I have a hard time going out of the money strikes on puts. Hey, Christy's here. What's happening? We're just, it's Jesse and I. We're just going over some charts, some TKers. If you're looking at anything, let us know. And thanks for saying hi. We didn't tell you to say hi, which is great because we can't see who's watching. So, looking at Redfin here. Let's see if this thing can get filled. If I can get filled at maybe 42, I'd be okay with that. Ooh, it got filled. Whew, excuse me.
Let me see here. RDFN. I'm gonna go look at.
Hey, you can take over my my screen.
No. I'm just looking at another site that I like to pull up. It just gives like a rating. Yeah, check that out. It's almost like a yeah, this is very.
I'm gonna send out this alert to our Suzy Trade subscribers. If you want anyone who's watching this live, like Christy or Alan, or anyone who watches this replay, just checking out charts, we do a trade subscription service. Just closing out a trade yesterday. in Travelers for a 590% return on investment. I like trades like that. That is a home run type of trade. Most of our trades are like 25 to 50%, maybe 100% return on investment. But if you don't have the time to look at charts, you just want to text it directly to you, then this is the service for you. You can check it out at optionlegacy.com/Susie Alerts. Susie Alerts, and you can get in. And right now, since we're launching this thing, you can get in for $50 off a month if you use the promo code Legacy Now. So this is great. Again, yesterday we closed out a trade for 590% return on investment, or turned $660 into $4,566 in 3 days, 3 trading days, from Friday, no, 4 trading days, from Friday to yesterday, Wednesday. So that's what we do, and we make it available to you so that you can build a legacy. That's what it's really all about, getting freedom, and you can do it in trading. So that's my spiel on that one.
Love it.
Love it. And Jesse, also, you just sent out a Susie Trade Alert today too, right?
Yep.
Yep. What strike we ate? I think it's a 15. So I'm still typing it. And you know what's great is I'm just doing this from my phone. So many times I trade just from my phone, which is like just great. Love this stuff. Oh, that's not right. Let's see.
Let's see here.
So what else are you looking for or looking at?
Just pulling some things up. I normally look at a couple Twitter handles that I like to watch. Just the people who trade similar to us and are. I also look at StockTwits. Do you guys? I don't know if anybody else ever looks at like StockTwits to kind of see what is like being talked about online, or where the unusual volume might be. Sometimes that even come up on StockTwits because it's just got everybody's talking about it, where there's some news, and it helps find, I think, some trades if you're just kind of out there hunting. I literally only have one position on right now just because I've been sitting in cash a lot for my positions recently.
Right.
So, you know,
I'm sure a lot of people are sitting in cash.
I'm not looking to get crazy, yet. I just want to, because, market's not done, so I'm just not going to put myself out there and expose too much of my capital, so.
Yeah, so, hey, Christy's asking, she says, I got assigned in Nike on a 250 strike difference. Shouldn't that be my max loss? The strike, the difference minus the credit that you received should be your max loss there. I just asked for the positions to be flattened, but it currently shows a $300 loss. So what could happen there, Christy, is that your long leg you didn't capture enough value for that. So when was the expiration date on that? So what could happen is, because there's 3 things that impact an options premium. It's implied volatility, the strike price or intrinsic value, and then time value. If implied volatility was wonky on your long leg, it could, alter the actual value of that long leg, compared to if the long leg was at expiration. It's going to be its absolute value, because no longer can implied volatility impact it, no longer can time impact it. Tomorrow, November 16th. And let's go look. That's what Christy's saying is the expiration. Let's go look at where is. I've got to bring in my chart here, or my Tastyworks. I'm trying to bring it over to you guys so you can see it. Here we go. Redfin. Nike. Yeah, see, yep, okay. So its IV is through the roof right now. So that could have an impact on it. You called Tastyworks and asked them to flatten it against the position. I'm assuming. If so, they've probably already closed you out of the position, and there's no going back. So it's kind of a tricky thing. What's often too, it just went through. Often too is the broker platform will often, in my experience, they'll often ask you, like, hey, you're going to pay more for than what's expected. Is that okay with you? And you can say yay, yay or nay. And so I can't see your screen or know exactly what's going on. That's my 2 cents. Jesse, what's your 2 cents?
Let me see your screen here. I was looking at Cisco. Sorry.
Can you look? So go to the. You have to go to the, what is it? The YouTube actual video. So I'm gonna try to send it over to you in a chat.
Okay.
The link.
Yeah, because I was trying to find it, but with.
Yeah. So I sent it over to you in the Zoom chat link. You can pull up the window and see the actual chats there.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Yep, got the link. So as you're looking at that, I'm gonna go look for more trades. Pull up these guys, dude. PG&E is getting killed. Because I hope so. They started the most deadly. It's rumored that they started the most deadly fire in California, the most destructive California fire in history. Is said to be started by PG&E, a power line that sparked. And man, Jesse's lived in Sacramento here for his entire life, which we'll just say is over 25 years, and it is just, I mean, it's literally so smoky. Like, if you walk outside and you're out there for 5 minutes, it literally smells like you've been sitting at a campfire for an hour. You can't see like but 5 car lengths in front of you. Anything above a 1-story building is like smoked out. It straight up looks like sunset at 2 p.m. in the daytime. It's intense. I was out there because I need to get the yard mowed, and I started feeling lightheaded and queasy. It's remarkable, the California fire, what's going on there. So that's killing PG&E. So can you see
Yeah, what were those legs though that she had? Well, so I'm assuming it was a vertical spread. I don't. Yeah, because she's talking about strike difference. So if it was 250, whatever. So the max loss is 250 minus the credit that she received.
Right.
So I don't know what credit she received or anything like that. But when they flatten it out, it may not cash balance in the account until after the close. Like her portfolio might show a different number until the cash is settled at the end of the day when they balance out all the accounts with cash. So it may show a negative 300 now, but I don't know, like how I would do it to find out what my loss or was. I'm assuming there's a loss. Is go into my portfolio activity and see what happened, or even on the history tab in Tastyworks. So let's see here. So if you go to Tastyworks, I don't know where Tastyworks is on your computer. But if you go to Tastyworks, they have a history tab, and it looks like a little like a clock with a back arrow, or like a little circle arrow. I don't know how to explain it, but you can pull up that the symbol filter. Just type NKE, and then you can kind of see everything that has happened with that position, even on the broker side. So if they did a money movement or anything like that, you're going to see all of that on your platform. And that should help you figure out what the totals are. But yes, your max loss should be um, the width of the strikes minus the credit received if it went to full max loss.
And Christy too, you can. So Jesse's saying wait till possibly your cash balance settles, which can take. Often, they'll do it quick, but it can take a few business days. If not, just call up Tastyworks and ask them to walk you through, the details of the situation, and they'll be able to give you insight too. But that'd be interesting. Let us know in the group what you find out about that, because could be a learning opportunity for all of us. So interesting stuff there. ConocoPhillips. So let me break down anyone that's watching. This is Benzinga Pro. It's a paid subscription news alert service. It will give you news that you can get squawked out to you, which a lot of day traders like. It's the Squawk tab. It's this guy that talks, and he just reads out these things. But then there's also over here for option traders like myself, there is alerts that come and sounds like a little water drop. That's what you keep hearing. And it'll show you basically unusual volume activity for individual tickers. So we're looking at ConocoPhillips. It says December 90 puts sweep at the bid, and then it says 837, and it shows you the price that they got filled at versus the 181 open interest, OI. And so it's basically saying there's a large position, 837 open interest compared to what it was at 181. So a lot of there's an influx of the 90 puts in ConocoPhillips for December. And you can see here it looks like it could come down to the 85. That's not enough wiggle room. That's like a $3 move. Could make some money off that. Everything from a technical standpoint looks good, but I think this thing should have been entered into maybe back here on this day.
Where that down arrow is?
Shut up. And that down arrow, all it represents is a close under that 10 gray line, the 10-day simple moving average, and then it bounces up here. So either here or here, I don't know. I think there's just not enough wiggle room for me to say let's play that to this next support down here. But
is it COF or COP? What was that?
COF, ConocoPhillips.
Oh, Conoco.
Oh no! I'm lying. It's Capital One Financial. It's Capital One, COF. So the overall markets are.
Oh, look at that.
Down.
Let's see here. Hold on. What's the futures read? Oh, actually, you know what? Interesting.
What's that?
I'm just looking at the Russell. IWM. Pull that guy up.
Oh, IWM looks crazy. So here's
Look at that guy, dude.
yeah, here's something that I just read about last night. This hasn't happened in the past 2.5 years or something like that. But I'm about to show you something. Can you guess what I'm gonna do?
No.
You know who would like this a lot? Is okay. I want simple moving. There we go. Simple moving. Add selected. We're gonna edit this up here. Make this the 200 day. And then make it black because that's what always my 200 day is. Apply. We have a death cross.
No.
No. So, you knew it. So I'll have to give a shout out to Noel in the Facebook group Legacy Traders. If you're not with us on the Facebook group, go over to Facebook. You can go to Option Trading Legacy Traders and find us. It's a free group. One of our legacy traders in there, his name is Noel. He talks about this what's called a death cross or a golden cross if it's to the upside. But it's when this 50-day simple moving average line moves below the black 200-day moving average. So 50 moves below the black 200. That's a bearish sign, and IWM is the first ticker to show that. You can see that SPY is pretty far away from it, or still got, but it's moving closer. Let's look at the diamonds, Dow Jones. Diamonds is the most bullish, and then the QQQs is going to be pretty close to it as well. And if you look at an IWM, this thing hasn't happened. Let's see.
The thing that's lovely about this IWM, the reason why I looked at it was mainly because it's reaching a support line.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, will it float? You know, like, who knows? And so I kind of have my eye on it, because if IWM turns around, IWM is to me, because of its 2,000 stocks.
Right.
It's a leader, I think, of a big indicator of the rest of the overall market.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it starts to tick up, I'm wondering if we're going to see some sort of recovery. But I mean, even in this, look at that death cross there that you're highlighting.
So this is in 2015. You can see the dates right here. And look at it. You know, it drove down, and then that 200-day became the support, and then the 50 became the support. Then it drops hard back in 2016, and then it doesn't cross again till, you know, May of that year, and then it moves up. So this thing hasn't happened. There hasn't been a death cross since 2015, and last time it did happen, it sure enough, we went in a sideways market, and then it dropped, and then it began to recover from there. And so I mean, Jesse's right. Yeah, it holds 2,000, and it's setting under that 200-day there. So yeah, this is interesting stuff in the markets. I'm the most bearish I've ever been. My portfolio, I'm trading puts here, and I've been making money on it. I think you can make a lot of money in down markets. The challenge is that IV comes in and can be a challenge, just like Christy was seeing with Nike, actually. So let's see. Billy is saying calls are coming in. Let's go look at it. BILI. It's in a sideways channel. If calls should come in, they should be coming in now. Yeah, you could ride this thing up to about $15.60, $1.50 to the upside. So let's analyze it. Last time this thing happened, it's probably sometime around here. So let's run it 1026, and let's run it to 1116. 1026 to 1116. 1026. So I'm just doing some back testing here. 1026, we'd write a call. We'd look for probably the most open interest, maybe right at the money. It was trading at 1250. I'm gonna go 1250, more conservative there. That's, I could buy about 3 of these for $500. That's how much I normally invest. And then 11.6. That would turn $500 into $381. Okay, so there's some opportunity there, but I'm not interested in it. The reason why is I'm bearish overall in the market. So, but this could be a good trade. So, you know, hey.
Yeah, I mean, even an iron condor you could do something like this, and
yeah, you put it at the top side and the bottom side here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You just put your short strikes at that channel, and then just let theta do its magic.
Do its magic, work its good stuff. Hey, if you are in here with us, Jesse, and myself, Tim, the head trader and founder of Option Legacy, let us know who you are in the chats. Say, hey, how's it going, guys? If you're looking at any tickers that you want us to look at, go ahead, let us know. All we're doing is simply looking at some charts, just looking for some trades. Jesse put on a trade in SQ, I put on a trade in Redfin, and just looking for some opportunities here. And so give a shout out to yourself, to us, in the chat box. Let's look at, no, I don't want to do any earnings. BSX puts are coming in. We've got 140 or 2,000. Let's go look at BSX for some puts. This is kind of where the overall, oh, that's not what I want to do. This is where the overall market is. It's kind of in, it's been coming down, and then there's a little bit more wiggle room to the downside, but not much before it hits a support. And so I'm kind of hesitant. If you look at the SPY, it's like we're still moving down, and it could come down to this point right here, about 64. It's like a $4 move, but there's not a lot of wiggle room. And just to say that this is where support is doesn't mean that it has to come all the way down to this point. It could pull something like this, you know, where it comes up a little bit higher, something like that, and then it moves higher. And some, there's definitely, you know, I've heard it said, one of my mentors in trading said, sitting in cash is a position. Sometimes as traders we want to force things, and it's like, you know, maybe just sitting on the sidelines can be the option. That's kind of what I'm feeling for the rest of the week. What's your thoughts, Jesse?
So kind of along with that, not only so with this most recent downturn and my trading style, which has been altered because of this, because I haven't been able to trade a long term in this market because there's just so much whipsawing happening up and down, big candle bodies get hurt on both sides, and so it's hard to really accommodate when you have like 45-day out options that I trade or something along those lines, because you're just getting killed both ways. So even if you make an adjustment on an option, you're still getting killed on the other side. So I have been probably taught this year more than ever just to be patient. Let the stock set up properly and just wait until it finally has some solid indications that it may move in the direction that you're thinking, whatever your assumption may be, up or down. But just wait. Don't jump into something just because it's moving. If that's anything, if you feel the urgency, I guess from what I learned myself is, if I feel the urgency, like I need to get in something fast, then I know it's going to be a bad trade because I'm rushing it. I'm not thinking all of what, I'm just only focused on I need to get in, and that gets me into trouble. So I've been taught patience, I think, more so than ever. This year alone. So, but because of this downturn, I mean, we have something in the market that we haven't had in the few years that I've been trading, which is volatility. I started, back in 2013. Yeah. And we've just had hardly any volatility except for the Brexit, except for the 2 or 3 downturns that we had this last February and now this last October. So it's been a learning experience, to say the least. That markets move both ways. They move up and move down, not just constantly up.
The past 2 years, I'm looking at the VXX right now, which is the VIX ETF, and really since February 2016, it's been in just nowhere. Volatility has come out of this thing, and this might be the Brexit right here, where we see this little pop. Back in here, I'd be interesting to see, but there hasn't been anything. And then you come here and we're climbing. We're above that 50-day. It came down to the 50-day. It's moving up. I think volatility is going to stay around definitely through the end of the year. It'll be interesting to see. But it's interesting. It's like, what is it? When the tide rises, it raises all boats, or however that says. So if volatility does stay in the market, it raises all volatility of all tickers. However, you can find individual stocks that are maybe a one-off, or that don't have as much volatility, and you can take advantage of that from a long standpoint. But just because volatility is coming in doesn't mean that there's not going to be any trades. You can use it to both sides. You can use volatility with credit spreads. So if it does stay around, letting those swings work for you, and then if it's stays around, you can look for underlying securities that don't have as much volatility as the overall general market, and let volatility come in and work for you. And so it's just about knowing what side of volatility to be on. If it's high in that underlying security, you want to sell. If it's sell to open. If it's low, you want to buy to open. And so interesting to see.
What is low? What would you say low is?
Yeah, so that's a good point. So let's pull on. So compared to itself is what I would say low is. So I want to pull on a tasty word. So I'm going to take off your weird sarcastics, and we're going to pull in IV. I think it's just tasty. I broke the platform. No, I'm just kidding. So compared to itself, so you have IV rank, which is the IV over the past 52 weeks. So if if one is the high, or if one is the lowest and 10 is the highest, IV rank, let's say it's at 3, that's going to fall at what percent between 1 and 10. IV percentile, now that's how many days over the past 52 weeks has it been that high. So it's in relation to itself. So right now it's got a low IV rank. We're looking at the IV of IV, so it's kind of odd. It's got a low IV rank, meaning that it's only, like, let's say if 1 was low and 10 was the high, it's only at, let's say, a 3 compared to that chart. So it's got a low IV rank. However, the percentile, meaning the number of days that it was at this point, is at a 74%, meaning that the inverse of that, so 26%, it's only been this high 26% of the time over the past 52 weeks. So that's what I would say is low, is it compared to itself. So I would pull its IV percentile, it compared to itself, how many times over the past 52 weeks has it been at that place.
So if you pull up like any other, not like a volatility index, but any other stock, and then so the IV rank is 44. Would that be a buy level or a sell level?
Yeah, so that's tough. What I've heard from people that I follow is that pick one and follow it. If you're looking for, in particular, in this example of what I'm talking about, low, if the overall market has high implied volatility and you're looking for a low implied volatility, I would go with the IV percentile. But what I've traded with up till now is the IV rank, and my line in the sand is 50. So if it's above 50, you sell to open. If it's below 50, you buy to open. So this would say buy to open. But now, does that mean that that's going to stay around forever? And that's, there might need to pull in IV percentile and let that hold some weight in the overall decision. But if someone's new and you're thinking, what do I do? That sounds confusing. I would say pick one. Draw your line in the sand. For me, that's the 50%. And so it's mixed signals here right now.
Yeah, and then the Tastyworks platform puts IV rank right up at the top next to your ticker. So whatever you type it in, right there is the IV rank, and he's talking about that 50. So if it's above 50, you would sell. If it's below, you would buy. And I also follow that same. I have that hard line in the sand as well, where if I'm trading something, which, like, I put in a trade today on an SQ's IV rank is 75. So because it's over 50, I sold a bull put spread or a vertical. If you're in the platform, it shows up as a vertical spread. So that's what I put on because it's got high IVR, IV rank.
Yep.
Hess. What's Hess?
I don't know. Came up on Benzinga here. IE real time? Is that what it says? Yeah, I'm not sure what Hess is. It's got a lot of implied volatility. I bet you it has earnings coming up.
Dude, Walmart's getting slammed, man.
Let's see, KO.
My goodness gracious. Yep, it's trying to get to that 50-day exponential, man.
You're talking about Walmart, yeah?
Yep.
It is, yep.
Yep, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, if
I think this is going to be a good buying opportunity. It's obviously
that's what I'm saying, man. It's like I'm just waiting though. Like I've learned to wait. You know, if anything
Wait.
else, wait. So I'm just waiting for this thing to show some indication of a reversal. But I'm gonna let the sellers have their fun. So if they're gonna sell this sucker down, let them do it. You know, and then I will buy cheap. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's still sitting at the it's got the long wick, but it's sitting at the 20-day exponential moving
Yeah.
average.
I feel like that 50-day moving average at 97.54, it may be the support line for this guy.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see through the end of the week. Redfin, come on, baby. I need you to work for me. IP. That's a long put that I'm in. It's a slow moving chart, but it looks great. It looks like this thing can come down $39. 30. We'll call it 40 just to have even math here. And it's at 45, and my current position has a negative 200 delta. That is that's some money. That's could be is that, did I do that right? 200 times 5? Yeah, that could be $1,000 gain on top of what it's already open. That could be a $1,200 win for a $500 investment. So you can see why I'm holding on to that baby.
Even though that thing moves like a snail.
I know, man. It's like so I bought time in it.
What's your expiration on that?
I'm in, let's see. I'm in December.
Oh, 36? Oh, you got time.
Yeah, I'm in December. So, and its IV is, I think, coming into it. Yeah, it's coming into it. So, yeah. So it's looking good for me. But it's going to take, I'm going to hold on to this thing for probably another 2 weeks, I imagine.
Yeah.
Unless it has one of these big candle bodies here.
I mean, it could be today. You never know.
It's down a 1% or 57 cents. Woohoo.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the average true range on that bad boy.
Yeah, I can't put them all on here at the same time.
Yeah, I'll
But
pull it up for you.
let's keep looking. So KO, I was just looking at KO.
Average true range is $1.37. So.
Oh hey, and it's only moved 57 cents. KO, I'm waiting for it to come down. I think it's kind of like a Walmart, man. I want to see it come under this price point here, and then let's see it retrace down to the 20, which is 40. It's about $1 move to the downside. But what's great is KO has some cheap little options in here. You can buy a weekly weekly put for $50. So we'll see.
Yeah, what's the it's 36 right now.
Yeah, it's looking good for me. It's looking good for it to ride it down to retracement. In tap. I'm going to try to fly through these little alerts because we're a little bit behind on the alerts. It's an earnings gap, down, don't want to play it. VIPS. Nope. It's a penny stock. I generally don't like to trade penny stocks. AUY. That was hard to say. I was like, AUY. Ooh, what's coming in here? It's also a penny stock. Going to pass. COG, we're looking at possibly some calls coming in. Oh, I kind of like this. COG for some calls. It had a retracement down to the 20 and it's popping, but RSI is high. MACD is showing mixed signals here.
Let me see COG. What do I got?
It's oil and gas too. No way am I putting on a long call in right now. I'm not going. The trend is your friend. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on this bad boy.
Yeah, that's a hard pass.
yeah, but I'm it's a I don't know. I'm gonna put it on the watch list.
Macy's just had earnings, right? 17 cents. Ooh, they beat earnings.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the watch list, man.
You're looking at putting COG?
Yeah.
On the watch list? You're looking for a bullish play, right?
Yep. On the watch list. It's on there now.
I'm gonna put
I
Macy's.
want my stochastic indicator to go below 20. And
What do you think about Macy's?
Would it?
Yeah. So, it beat earnings. It dropped. It gapped down, and it's got this hammer down here at support. I think this could be a bullish play if if it can move up, and the resistance would be first this resistance over here. Oops, would be this resistance over here, and then it would be this next peak here. I'm putting an alert.
Tough, man. This one's tough. I don't know about M. The thing is, M always gets beaten up, like in January, because they come out with their Christmas earnings and they always are poopy.
Yeah, but we're not in January.
But it's
look.
We'll see. There might be a Santa Claus rally on this.
Yeah,
one,
yeah. So look, here's back last November where we're at. Let's see if I can't pull in 2 years. I think I like retail for the holidays, man.
Yeah. XRT, right? Is the
Retail.
ETF for
Yeah. So here's November of last year. Let's look at its earnings. So its earnings, it actually moved upwards last year. It was down, then it began moving up, and then by December, it's peaking out. 26 down from 17. That's a $9 move. I think this, I like Macy's for maybe a play if it can bounce up. WLL. I'm gonna look at that.
BTVI, what's that all about? Let's see here. Activate. Whoa. Goodness. Good night. That's a dog. I'm not gonna touch that.
Yeah, earnings, and it's just been dropping hard since then, but showing weakness. But the trend is your friend, man.
Yeah, that trend is down.
Yeah, right. What you want to see is this thing come up to the 20-day 10 or 20-day moving average, then bounce down like it did right here. This would be an entry point for a downward put, but no way you're entering a long bearish play all the way down at the bottom.
Hard no.
Hard pass. RPM. Let's go look at that. I'm trying to get through these. There's a few of them. Oh, this is interesting. 68. MACD showing weakness. Showing weakness, actually.
RPM.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's just, this is like an IP. It's just so slow moving. I want something that moves a little bit more than that. Procter & Gamble. Let's go see what's happening there. Oh, man, this thing's been exploding.
PG?
Yeah.
PG? Let me see. What do I got? Let's take a look. Yeah, man.
There's puts coming in for December. Interesting. There's 1,000 versus.
I feel like it's past though, dude. I don't think there's gonna be any more strength after this.
Yeah, and that's what it's saying. It's saying puts are coming in into it. So maybe I'll set an alert down here under the 10-day, under the 10-day simple moving average.
Oh man, I wish I would have seen this like a couple days ago.
For what?
Like if I would have, I wish I had this on my watch list. I got chopped up on PG a while back, so I kind of took it off my watch list. So I haven't been watching it because I've been angry.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have seen it because I would have gotten some money back.
Y'all are not on talking terms.
Yeah, I wasn't on talking terms, but now it had a huge gap up back in October, and that's what ate me alive.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I took it off the watch list, and then it's just been climbing ever since. ARG. Oh well.
Speaking of ARG, I'm looking at RIG. RIG's interesting. It's down here at the bottom. It's in a downward trend as well. I can't say that I'm going to enter into a directional trade when it's so far away from its moving averages.
Yeah, RIG is tough because RIG used to be a big underlying back in the day. It was really active.
It's showing some bearish move, but let's see if it can. I'm going to set an alert above the 10-day. If it goes above the 10-day, then I'll look for a bearish play here.
Yeah, that thing has no strength behind it, so I'm not going to touch it. Just for me, I'm going to stay away.
Yeah. ETFC, it's E-Trade ETFC. Financial Group. It's in a downward trend. Ooh, this looks good for a downward play. Are puts coming in? What's coming in? Calls are coming in. So this one's in a downward play. It's closed under the 50, that yellow line, and then
Death Cross.
stop. Death Cross happened over here. Death Cross.
Death Cross.
Yeah, interesting. What's his IV? Oh, it's IV is down here. It's at 71. His earnings. It's at 71. Trade. How much? Oh, there's just not enough open interest on this bad boy. Pass. That sucks. Because it does look nice for a bear play there. Bear something. See, puts are coming into Citigroup. Interesting. So people are riding this. Excuse me. People are riding this thing down.
Yeah, dude. They're all jumping on the down train.
Yeah, I kind of like it though. Look at it.
I actually had Citi.
I like it for a downward play.
It's one of those underlines where it was. It came up on my watch on my like radar from StockTwits, and I've just been waiting for this guy to find a bottom, but it looks like everybody's just buying puts. So.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Sarcastics is not solid. MACD's showing some goodness. RSI still got some wiggle room to the downside. But what I like about it is that it's setting under the support.
Nice.
Interesting. So where's the next support on this bad boy? Next support. Man, it's kind of hard to see. There's so much going on. Let's see if I can't do. Just do bare basics. Okay. Maybe. Oh, that's a support. Maybe down here.
Maybe.
Yeah, 60.
60.
You can see there's a resistance right up here from this top to over here to these tops, and we know that old resistance becomes new support and vice versa. But it's setting right there. So I'm going to set an alert saying if it closes beneath this price to enter into a bear play. What do you think about that?
Yeah. If that happens, can you send me a text?
I'll send you a Susie trade alert text. You'll get my trade, baby. And if anyone's looking at getting some trade alerts, we send out every trade that we make via text message to you directly to your cell phone. So if you're working 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, or if you have a family of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 17, or if you just don't like to sit and look at charts, but you want to make money in the market, you can see what we're doing and let those.
What's that URL again?
Well, if you'd let me finish my sentence, Jesse, you can see what we're doing and let that inspire a trade idea. It is not a financial advice or a suggestion. It is simply letting you see what we trade, and then from there you can make your decision. That URL is, drumroll please, optionlegacy.com/Susie Alerts. optionlegacy.com/Susie Alerts, and you get $50 off right now as we're launching this thing out to you guys. Use the promo code Legacy now whenever you're checking out. So yeah, let's see what my positions are doing. Okay, it's coming back for me. Come back, Redfin. Come back.
Hold on. Where is it? Hey, a little bit, yeah.
I still like IP, man.
You never know what's going to happen after market open. That's why, I mean, it's hard to trade at market open like today. It's just hard because you never know. Usually I like to look at the market around, I actually look at the market around 7 o'clock, and then about 9 o'clock I double check it. And,
yeah, for sure.
Then I try to make my last day trades at around noon. So that's just me personally, just in case something ticked back up and I want to set something up for maybe a breakout the next morning. That's why I use it.
And you have that approach because that's it's not as fast moving situation, right? So you're kind of coming in after all the action has happened in the markets. You're not looking for day trades, which are quick, fast and quick. You're looking for, swing trades or trades that will last, maybe a week, 2 weeks, something like that.
Exactly.
And the reason why is because you work full time. You have,
I work full time, and I can't. They're timed around my breaks, my lunch break, and my mid morning breaks. So that's when I look at the markets. I really only have about 5-10 minutes to do anything, and yeah, so it works around my trading schedule. But
which is super duper. And that's what's
I'd
great
love
about
to do
trading.
full time though. That would be fantastic. But you know,
Let's get you there, baby.
let's do it.
Do you and it looks like even the alerts coming in here are slowing down. Do you put on most of your trades from your phone, right?
I actually put on most of my trades not from my phone. So when I'm on vacation, I put on trades from my phone. But I put them on usually with the desktop app on my work. I just have it installed on my computer at work, and I just trade from there. And then I push out the Suzy trade alerts after I get filled.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think it's wrapping up here. Is there anything that you wanted to look at?
No, I'm just looking at a few. I'm just re-looking at my underlyings, and I think I'm going to rest for today. I got errands to run anyway, so I'm not going to be able to trade. But yeah, that one trade in SQ, and I'm waiting for Amazon and Walmart to do their thing, and yeah, we'll go from there. But that's it for me today, man.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, that's all we got for you. As you can see, this is the Option Legacy trading room, and it's just us hanging out together. If you are interested in being a part of the community, our core values are transparency in community. You saw transparent here. Just literally as we are trading, you get to see the details, and put that inside of community, and we believe that will equal growth. So you can come join the community over in Facebook. Just search Option Trading Legacy Traders Facebook group. You'll find it. It's free. It's open to you to help you build a legacy through trading. That's what we're all about. So till next time, also check out optionlegacy.com /Suzy alerts if you want to see every detail kind of over our shoulder, even outside of the trading room, the details of every trade that we enter. That's available for you. Okay, guys, till next time, I'll see you in the next video. Let's build that legacy.